Hi guys, welcome back to my Sunday Shop My Stash in reverse. Today is the day we go through my makeup box from the week, makeup box, basket, bag, whatever you want to call it, and go through all of the products that I used. The reason I am doing this is because I have a ton of makeup I don't always reach for, so I want to start to really grab things that I wasn't grabbing for before, things that I just have felt kind of blah about, or things I have just generally forgotten about and feel like I should be grabbing for. So last week we went through this basket and I did the palettes last, so I will be doing the palettes first this time because I do believe that is what most people are interested in. So this week I was grabbing for Cheers to Beauty a lot by Colored Rain. I just purchased my first Colored Rain products very recently in the last couple months or so, couple weeks. I really love this for this time of year. I can't wait for Christmas to really get into like these silvers, greens, reds, and golds. This like screams holiday season to me. It's already snowing where I live. It's not even Halloween yet when I'm filming this and it's already snowing and I love it. Like I love Christmas to my core, so I'm pretty excited about this. As you can tell, I've been using the silver and the green quite a bit as it stands. I use this green in conjunction with the Dream Street palette. And the Dream Street palette I was pairing with, as per usual with this palette, whoa, come on, get your shit together here, was this shade here and the matte green shade. So I have always been a big fan of this, but I think these two pair together very well. So I picked up the IBY Poolside palette from Generation Beauty. The inside looks like this, and I'm really on the fence on how I feel about this. The shades are nice, they're very pigmented, like you barely have to touch them, and it's like booyah, 100% very nice shades. But my main problem with this is it's almost too pigmented. Like when I put it on my eyes, while I'm blending it, it's going on super thick, and then I try and blend the edges and it almost blends away and like makes it patchy. If you're going for like a one shade on the lid and then just like blend it up into your crease, it's okay, but I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more. Maybe I'll take it with me on vacation actually, and I'll play with it a little bit more when it doesn't really matter, nobody's seeing me and I'm not really on camera. The Sunny Sky shade up here is a great base shade for your whole lid. And I was using BYO Bikini and no running at the bottom. I am interested in this Cabana shade down at the bottom here. It's like a purple brown. But to be honest with you, for $12 American, which is what I paid for this at Generation Beauty, it is quite nice. Why don't I ever have makeup wipes out? I'm like so ill prepared for this most of the time. So I was reaching for the Pure Midnight Masquerade. This came with BoxyCharm this month. And I did talk about this last week and I did use it last week and said I wanted to keep trying it because I felt like I was not inspired by it. I've been using the face products on my eyes a ton. The highlighter is beautiful. I've been using that on my cheeks a lot. It just gives a really nice sheen. Wearing it today, really love it. What I did was use these two colors in the crease, these two blushes, which is funny because they're actually like shimmer, but ultimately they don't really look shimmer when you blend them in. They kind of go like this matte sheer sheen. It's kind of interesting. Then this shade on the lid and this in the outer corner, and it really made a beautiful look. This is one of those really true multi-use palettes that you don't really notice how multi-use it is until you really get in there and start to play with it. So if you did get this in your BoxyCharm and you've kind of just disregarded it because you aren't really sure how to use it, actually look up a few tutorials and a few of the promotional videos on it, and it's gonna really inspire you. You're gonna be surprised. While I was away, I went to TJ Maxx for the first time and picked up this Wildflower palette from Sigma. It has 4 eyeshadows in it, a blush and a highlight. I used this at the end of last week and I did like it. It is something I would probably take if I was traveling for work. It's very quick and easy. It has very nice shades, very muted shades, and I think it was worth the purchase, but honestly nothing super special. So you're gonna hear me talk about this one a lot in the next little while. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership 5, and I blame Raw Christy Beauty for this because I have never been interested really in Pat McGrath shadows after I bought the Livia Rose and I didn't love it. But I bought this and I've been using it like crazy. I literally use it every day. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have an everyday makeup look. I don't have like, I probably have never redone the same makeup twice. Like I'm not that person. But these are just amazeballs. I put this like green shifted pink at the top over the, like, just look at them. They're so unique. They look like nothing special in swatches, but when you add them to other palettes, when you, like this I put over the green. Let me see if I can do it for you without making a total mess. So what I had done was put this Grandeur Green from Colored Rain on my lid, so it looks like that, and then I had patted over, this looks funny because it's on my hand, but I had patted over this Pat McGrath shadow, and look what it does to it. It just makes it scream right off the lid. I had people I'd never even met before stop me in the elevator at work and be like, whoa, your eyelids look crazy. What is that? So I know it was a very expensive purchase, and I know that not everybody is about it or really likes it. And I can totally understand that. I truthfully can, because me and Pat McGrath are not always been friends. But like, I can't even deny how beautiful this makes things look and how much I've been reaching for it. I haven't even put it away since I bought it. It's just been sitting on my vanity, and I've reached for it every single day. When I go and travel, I'll be sad to not take it with me, but I won't take it with me because I'll be afraid that I will wreck it. So the makeup box is actually quite full still. I did use a ton of products this week. I really can't talk. Oh my god. So I have kept up with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This one, I can't actually remember the shade Dolce de Leche. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. And I actually hit pan on it today. So I think I'm gonna put this away and try and reach for some of my other contour stuff for a while. The 3 primers I've been reaching for this week, and my skin is still pretty dry after the altercation with that Dermovia mask. I have been using the Hangover RX still. I have been actually recommending this to a lot of people who are complaining about their skin right now because it is so dry. If you put this on underneath your primer, it really gives a very beautiful base and gives you that extra little oomph of moisturizer. I've also been reaching for the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer because it does the same. It really gives a very nice moisturized base for your skin, for your makeup, to make sure that it is not flaking off. And then where the pores show up on my face, so in here, I was putting the Ordinary's High Adherence Silicone Primer. I wasn't always using all 3, I was kind of mixing them up, but I'm really afraid of my skin right now because of that reaction. Like, I'm super paranoid. So this in my T-zone and over my larger pore areas, and these 2 I was using for moisturizer. Well, not moisturizer, that's not true. For a more moisture-filled base. So I've been reaching for 3 foundations this week. The first one is the Infallible Pro Glow. I will be repurchasing this. I actually finished this week, and I've been using this a ton. I've also been using the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, which I have actually cut in half, and that's why it looks so stumpy, because this is almost gone, so I was getting out the rest of it. These are actually both finished, so killed it. Just saying. Another product that I picked up when I was away was the Even Steven foundation from The Balm, which is the smallest foundation ever. It is like a whipped type consistency, I guess. I'm still really on the fence about this. If you have oily skin, I would recommend this. My skin right now is kind of dry, so it is working and it does look really nice when it's on. But I will say, it says light to medium coverage. I don't agree with that. I think it's a full coverage. For me, it is anyway. When I put it on, my skin looks flawless. It's effortless to put on, which I like, but I don't feel like it lasts very long. So if I was to wear this to work, I know that it's gonna basically be gone off my skin. But if I'm going out at night for like 5 or 6 hours, this is awesome for that. That is pretty much what I would use it for, is like for event makeup. The foundation I am wearing today is the Infallible Pro Glow. So whenever I get through some more of my foundations, I will likely repurchase this because it's helping with my skin right now. I have two concealers I have been messing with this week. One is the Tarte Shape Tape, which I know everyone has heard everything about. This is not actually my favorite. I feel like the doe foot applicator is too big. I also feel like this shade is too light for me, and it is almost a little bit too heavy for my under eyes. The second one I've been using is the Urban Decay Naked Skin in the green shade. It is a color correcting fluid. I started getting really bad breakouts on my forehead again. Thank you, stress. That is my move when I get stressed, is it just like all comes out on my forehead like some sort of weird pimply unicorn horns. I prefer the LA Girl Green Concealer to this one, but I do need to get through them both, so I thought I would start to use this as well when it is not quite so red. Just wanted to talk quickly about two powders. I was reaching for the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Press Powder in medium and the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Powder. This is just a translucent pressed powder that I bought a little while ago on the recommendation of Emily Noel. This is a little bit drying for me, so I was only using this very sparingly over my Infallible Pro Glow when I didn't want to kind of cake up any more product on my face. So it was either this instead of this or this only. When I was using the Pro Glow foundation earlier this week, I was, for some reason, still a little bit too light for it. So I was using the Butter Bronzer to kind of darken up around the edge of my face. And when I was being really lazy and didn't want to do a proper contour, I was using this to go into my cheekbones as well. I was reaching for 3 blushes this week. The first one being a mineral blush from, who is this from? Studio Makeup. I got this from a BoxyCharm, I believe, or an Ipsy bag a little while ago. It is just like a nice rose mineral blush. I don't use a ton of loose powder products because they're messy and I am lazy and I don't like makeup that is work. So I was using this. It is a very nice color, but I don't know how I feel about mineral blushes. If it shows up in the basket again, I will make a call on if I will declutter it or not. But as for right now, it stays because I do really like the color. This is another BoxyCharm product. This came from them a few months ago. It's a Pretty Vulgar Blush in Pretty Vulgar Blush in Hush Blush. It is another kind of rosy toned blush. This is actually starting to show some usage. It's one of those products that I think I don't reach for, but then I actually realize that it's one of my more go-to products that I like go in there, grab, and like run away and don't really think about. Pretty Vulgar is kind of an underrated brand in my opinion. They're a little bit more expensive and I think that makes people kind of shy away from them. But if you have the time or money, or you want to try some of that stuff out right now, is a great time because they do have the 20% off sale going on for rouge at Sephora. I also had been reaching for the Laura Geller swirled, what are these called? Vivid Swirl Blush in Papaya. I really was only grabbing for this because I was trying to stick with some more liquid or gel type products. I'm trying to keep powder off my face right now because it's so dry and I'm not really having a good time trying to keep it moist. Nobody's gonna like that. So that being said, I did use multiple highlighters this week and 2 of them were actually liquid. So I was using the What's Up, like Watts, like Watson highlight, as well as a Becca liquid highlight. And I do not use liquid products at all. So this one is the What's Up, which is friggin' beautiful. I feel like because I'm not comfortable with liquid products, I just don't use them and give them enough credit. So I was using both of these on my cheekbones this week to try and like deal with the dryness. And on the top is the Becca. It's like kind of hard to see. There we go. Top is the Becca one and the bottom is What's Up by Benefit. This is the shade Opal for the Becca one. So I've really branched out with things I am not super comfortable. I've been pushing myself out of my comfort zone big time because I also was using the Pixi by Petra Multi Balm Sheer Sculpt. So this is a contour stick and I never use contour sticks. I had one really bad experience with Smashbox. It turned into an absolute shit show. But I have been running my contour brush over the top of this and just going into my cheek concaves, where I want to define my face, I guess you could call it. And this has made it almost flawless and fairly effortless, and it's not adding any more powder to my face. Oh my god, that was so funny. I just realized I had like a big black smear on my face. I hope you guys all enjoyed that for that long. My battery died at the same time. Anyway, so the contour stick is very soft. It is like a nice true contour color. It's got like no orange in it at all. So I've been really liking this, and I actually got this at Gen Beauty in my bag, and as soon as I pulled it out I was like, oh great, another stick I'll never use. But like I told my shelf to off and give it a chance. So I did, and I actually liked it. What do you know? I did mention that I was using 3 highlighters. Why can't I speak? Blech! I did mention I was using 3 highlighters this week, and this was the third one. This is the Amrezi by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was a limited edition product that they are bringing back. I believe they've actually released a date. When I first picked this up, I seriously considered returning it. I didn't love it. It didn't really do much for me. And somebody was doing a video, again, I think it was Raw Christy Beauty, who said she was revisiting it and she had changed her mind. And I was like, you know what? You haven't really given it much of a chance. You only used it once or twice. So I went and grabbed it and used it, and I've actually been using it quite a bit and really loving it. This is in here again because I said it would be. And you know what? I'm actually kind of mad about it. It's not very good. It was like $25 and I would really like to take it back. I'm going to ask them if I can because it's been a little while. But man, ugh. It does like here to here really well. And then when you go to do the actual wing, it's like, oh no, we're busy. You can't, sorry. Can't help you. So if I was going to use it for like some avant-garde artwork or something, for like dots, it's fine. But to do like a full wing, don't waste your money. It's no good. Those are the Kat Von D Inkwell products. So I have a couple of liquid lipsticks in here. The first one and the second one are both Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. One is in the shade Plath, which is what I'm wearing today. And then this is in the Bow and Arrow shade. I got this one in BoxyCharm, and I think I got this one in one of the gift sets last year. I used this one quite a bit. I have been talking for about 2 hours, and it's starting to break up a little bit. I don't expect a lot from super dark colors with most brands, so I don't have anything against them. I don't know if I would buy any more of these because there are formulas that have come out since these that are much better. Case in point, this is a Kokie Professionals Kissable Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nirvana. I've been reaching for this almost every single day. So I reached for this 5 out of 7 days, and then we have day 6 and day 7. This was an amazing shade in general, and it is a like almost a powder formula. I really liked it. It's really soft. It's not drying. It kind of feels like a cream gel. That is the shade on the top there. It's like a rosy pink. Effortless to put it on, wears off nicely, and it is not drying. I will actually be looking up the Kokie brand to see if I can get my hands on some more of these in different shades. The only downfall of using this whole makeup basket in reverse idea is that I end up with makeup everywhere when I'm done filming this video. It's shenanigans. I did spend some time this week using different liquid liners. So the first one I want to talk about is the Ciate Fierce Flick liner. This is my second one of these. I got one in Ipsy. This one I got in Generation Beauty a little while ago. Not this year, but last year. So I wanted to see if it would still work, and it 100% still works. That's the line right there. It doesn't stay with a consistent flow of product when you're doing a wing liner, so I'm actually going to get rid of this. I also use the Essence Dip Liner. This is a thicker type felt liquid liner. I thought it would be closer to the NYC liner that I like. I really like the color. It is like a very opaque, dense black. The comparison is very obvious. It's very dark and very opaque compared to Ciate. And although workable and I won't get rid of it, I didn't like the brush tip. It was a little bit too thick. Even the end of it is too thick for me. Like think of like the medium-sized Sharpie. That's how I feel about the end of this one. So if you are not good with liquid liner and you wanted to try it out, this is not where I would try. And this is the Dip Liner. My next one is the Duce Fierce and Fine Graphic Pen. This reminds me a lot of the tattoo liner from Kat Von D, except a little bit more wet and a little bit thicker. Same kind of idea. It's this one here. I know it's hard to tell the difference, and really liquid liners are boring, but this is very underrated. I'd never seen this brand before. It's DOUCCE. I will put the price down below because I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I find every time I pick this up, I'm pleasantly surprised. The last two I used are the NYC liquid liner and the Schwing liner from the Balm, and I did talk about these last week, so we don't have to talk about them again. I've also been hella tired lately, so I've been putting white eyeliner. This is a NYX waterproof retractable eyeliner pen from NYX. I already said that. In the color white, I've been putting that on my lower lash line to try and wake myself up. Nobody in my family really deals with death that well, myself included. Like, I think I'm probably on the better side compared to the rest of them. But, so my eyes have been really sore and red and kind of bleh. But yeah, I've been using this to kind of try and counteract that. I've also not been sleeping because of so much stuff going on, and I don't sleep as it is, so. Been really using that Teamy Blends tea this week, let me tell you. The other eyeliner I've been using on my waterline is this black by Beauty For Real. I did talk about this last week as well. I've been using this as opposed to using the Kat Von D liner that I was supposed to be using in my Project Pan because it works so much better. Okay, we are getting down to the nitty gritty here, so let's talk about the last three products that are new to the basket. The first one is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Forced Behavior. This is very similar to Ladybird, but this has a more pink shift to it. So this is the shade you can kind of put onto other shades and give it a little bit extra pop. That is the shade right here. I'm like a professional swatcher. I really like the Super Shock Shadows to put them on top of other shades. So I would put this on a pink or a purple that was kind of blasé and not really doing what I wanted it to do, just to bring it out a little bit more. I did say a long time ago that I'm not a person that likes makeup that is work, and therefore I don't like makeup toppers. I don't like blush toppers. I don't like lip toppers. I don't like eyeshadow toppers, because it should just work. Things should just work as they are. But as I am doing this makeup basket expedition, I'm finding that they do serve a purpose. Okay, I lied. There's actually three more things now that I need to talk about. Number one is the Morphe setting spray, and I haven't actually used setting spray today, so I will use it now. It is a continuous spray and so light and soft. I will definitely repurchase this. I know not everybody loves Morphe right now, but like, you can't deny some of their stuff is actually quite good, and there is no other setting spray I've tried that has such a fine mist as this, and it is a continuous spray out of an aerosol can, which is super, super cool. You no longer are doing like the pump spray, pump spray, pump spray. Somebody made fun of me when I talked about this the first time because I was pumping it, and they were like, why are you pumping it? You don't need to do that, and I didn't even know. And what I have on my eyes today are actually the Sydney Grace No Warning Loose Pigment, which looks like this. I have that with some Fix Plus on my lid. And in my inner corner, I have this MAC glitter in Chartreuse. It's probably hard to see, but it's in my inner corner. I just kind of like plopped it in there so I could make sure that I'm using these kind of things too. I have a whole drawer of loose shadows and glitters that I never ever touch, and it annoys me, and I would like to touch them, but I just don't, and I don't know why. Anyway, guys, I was using the same mascaras this week as I was last week, so I'm not going to talk about those. Same with the same lip liners and brow products. I have been using the Brow Gal Brow Gel by Tanya Crooks, as well as her brow pencil, which I don't even know where it's gone. I just talked about it in another video. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying these makeup baskets and all these little micro reviews. This is very eye-opening for me, so I hope it's doing the same for you, and I hope you are starting to do the same thing with your makeup collection to kind of go see and see what you do and don't like. Taste change for sure, so there may be stuff that you thought you didn't like and now you do, and vice versa. So let's clean out those makeup collections and start afresh for 2019. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!